This happened in 2016, when I was 16 years old. I had just finished my final exams. My parents said I needed to disconnect for a while and sent me to stay with my grandmother in her village, Oke-Idu. I didn't want to go. I hated the idea. There was no internet, no electricity half the time, and no one my age to talk to. The village was small. One long road in, the same one out. No shops, no noise, just bush, old houses, and people who all seemed to know each other's secrets. Every evening, people would sit outside and tell stories, some real, some made up, some passed down for generations. And almost every night, someone would mention the Iroko tree. It stood on the far edge of the village, past the last row of huts, close to the forest line. Tall, wide, with thick bark that looked like cracked skin. Even in daylight, the tree felt wrong. The air around it was cooler. Birds didn't land on it. Animals stayed away. And people, they avoided it. The elders always warned. Don't go near that Iroko tree when the sun is going down. If you hear your name coming from that direction, don't answer. And if you ever see a child playing under it, run. I thought it was all just village talk. Old people and their fears. Superstition. Until I met Adama. She was 17. A little older than me. Pretty in a quiet way, soft voice, deep eyes. But there was something strange about her. She lived with her uncle, who barely spoke. People avoided them. There were whispers. Some said her parents died in an accident. Others said they didn't die, they disappeared. That the Iroko tree took them. I didn't believe that. I thought people were just being cruel. But I couldn't ignore how Adama spent time near that tree. She didn't just pass by, she sat under it for hours. Sometimes singing. Her voice was low and sad. Birds would come and sit near her, like they were listening. It was weird. Almost peaceful. Almost wrong. One day I asked her, "Why do you always sit here? Aren't you scared?" She looked at the tree, then at me, and said, "Because it listens to me." I laughed, thinking she was joking. But she didn't laugh. She said, "The tree has been here longer than the village. Longer than all of us. It sees. It remembers." I asked, "Like a spirit?" She nodded. "I don't visit it. I belong to it." That gave me chills. That night, I couldn't sleep. Her words stayed in my mind. The way she said them, not scared, not confused. Just sure. The next day, I saw her again. She had scratches on her arms. Long, thin, like branches had dragged across her skin. I asked her what happened. She said, it needed to talk. Sometimes it uses marks. That's when I stopped thinking it was a joke. A few days later, my grandma told me not to go out after 6 p.m. She said the air felt too still. I stayed in. But at midnight, I woke up. The night was too quiet. Not even insects. Not even wind. Then I heard singing. Soft. Far away. Like a lullaby. I looked through the window and saw Adama walking barefoot toward the Iroko tree. She was holding a clay bowl. I don't know why, but I followed her. Quietly. Carefully. The ground was cold. The sky was too dark. Everything felt wrong. She reached the tree and knelt down. I hid behind a bush and watched. The moonlight made her and the tree look silver. She poured the bowl at the base of the tree. It looked like blood. Then the tree creaked. Loud. Long. Like old wood stretching after sleep. Then it opened. Not wide. Just a crack. But inside wasn't wood. It was black. Deep. Empty. Like a hole to nowhere. Adama stood up. Then she turned her head, not her body, just her head. Toward me. She said, "It called me. I have to go back." Then she smiled, not afraid, and walked into the tree. And the crack closed. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I ran back to my grandma's house, locked the door, and stayed up till morning. The next day, the village was searching for her. She was gone. No footprints. No signs. I didn't say anything. I was scared. Not just of the tree, but that if I told the truth, no one would believe me. Or worse, that the tree would know. They never found Adama. But I know what I saw. Now, years later, I still dream about her. In my dreams, I see her standing inside the tree. Her skin is no longer skin, it's bark. Her eyes are human, but tired. She looks at me and whispers. It's still hungry. When I visit Oke-Idu now, I stay far from that tree. I don't look at it. I don't walk near it. And when the wind moves at night, I shut my window tight. Because I know the Iroko tree is watching. And it remembers me.